And my friend is someone that's into cryptocurrency. So he was like, Zainab, akwai wani sabon coin da ya fito. I want you to buy it. He was even telling me how idan ta fashe, how I would get like millions of nairas. So I was like, okay, perfect. I had my urgent 5,000 naira then. Immediately, I sent him that 5,000 naira. He bought the coins for me. I did not even stop there. I had to go to my sisters, and I was like, who has 5K? Who has 5K? We have to buy some coins because idan ta fashe, we are going to be millionaires. So I can remember then my dad gave my sister some money for her school fees. I convinced her. She had to take out 5K from that school fees, and we bought those coins. Ta fashe ko bata fashe ba? So fast forward to today, as I'm talking to you now, the value of those coins is not even up to 1,000 naira. That's the accumulation of over 15,000 naira that we spent in 2021 to buy those coins. So why did I bring this story here today? So that's just the power of storytelling. The moment you walk into anywhere you find yourself, the first thing you should do is to get your audience attention within the first 3 to 7 seconds. So let's start. So in 3 seconds, I think I got most people's attention. And I know one of the key questions most of you have is, when coin ne kika siya? I will not tell you. So that I will not scare anyone from buying any coin. But I have no knowledge regarding cryptocurrency, so I cannot even say much regarding that. I'm just sharing my experience based on the current trend that is currently happening. We know the major trend now that is happening is regarding the Notcoin, the Apache, which is through mining. And also, more of us, or more of you, are expecting more of these coins, Tapashi. So, fingers crossed on that. So, what is storytelling? I'll throw it now to the audience. What do you understand by storytelling? It's simple. You want to say something? Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Storytelling would be actually telling a story to narrate or to take the minds of people towards what you talk about.
Very good. Thank you very much. I didn't get your name. Faiza. Ah, my boss name. I have a boss called Faiza. Thank you so much. Go ahead, please.
Storytelling is defined as an act of sharing information from the point of narration to convey an information or to a specific target audience.
Very good. Can I get your name?
Afleta.
Okay, nice to meet you. Oh, you want to add more? Okay, go ahead. Thank you very much. I love all your definitions. So in a nutshell, whatever you are trying to do in storytelling, either you are trying to pass information, pass your experience, pass a value or anything that you want to pass to your audience through a narration, and at the end of the day, you feel so connected to those people. So if you understand this whole idea of my story at the beginning of my presentation, it's just to connect with you guys, because this is currently what is happening. When you go to social media, know any social media that you visit, the trending social medias that you visit, that you not see coin flying up and down. You'll be wondering what's happening, especially if you are not in the world of coins. So now let's talk about the power of stories. Did I take it back? So just like most of you mentioned through your definition, most of the power that we try to vent out or to push out through storytelling is to actually connect with our people, connect with your audience, no matter how. You just don't, let's say you are into social media, just like Opera, that finished presentation. You cannot just come with your camera and just start making video without trying not to connect with your audience, your followers. It's very important. Let them feel like they are part of you, no matter how. They are part of your community. They have maybe their value matters, or should I say their comment matters. Try as much as possible, if you are a social media manager or you have a community, try as much as possible to respond to comments. Even though it's not every comment that can be responded to, because some of these comments can be very critical, and sometimes they are not even in line with what you are trying to say, but try as much as possible to connect with them. We feel so appreciated when, let's say, a community lead connects to us or even respond to our comments. Retention. How can you retain your audience? You know, sometimes you can even run out of ideas of what to post online, especially when you're managing your community. You'll be like, hi, young mom, is that you posting? You have no idea. So sometimes you get your stories based on your communities, maybe what is currently happening. Let's say in your own local community, there's a case of, I don't want to cause anything bad. Let's say there's a palliative that is being shared, and you want to talk about how someone has benefited from it or any empowerment skill that has been done. Maybe you want to talk about it. So you have to find a way to put that story in a way that your audience will feel like, okay, when let's say a heads up on how to maintain ourselves or how to push ourselves out in the social era. And also the next one is influence. Try as much as possible to make your stories inspiring. Let it not always be dull moments. No, let it be inspiring. Let it try to motivate someone to do something. Let it be like a call to action. Hope we are together. So next I have is the key elements. I think I keep taking this back. The key elements of a digital storytelling. The first thing I have is a narrative. How can you even narrate your story? That's another issue. How can I even pass my story to the audience? Let them even feel, okay, there's a flow in my story. So narration is very, very key and it's very important. And you have to make it very, very clear and precise. Characters, you have to build characters. In my story at the beginning, who are the characters that I mentioned? Myself and my sisters. And the guy that introduced, don't forget the guy now, Habayachi. So those are the three characters in my story. So you have to always ensure that there are characters in your stories so that your audience will understand, okay, this one did this or this one did that. Okay, now I will take us to Tauma. I know most of us here know Tauma, the famous, is it skit maker or comedian? She has so many characters in her skit making. There's Baba Tau, there's Mama Tau, there's the little Tau, and there's the main Tau. And there's one that sells something on her head. I don't know her name. Yeah. So like 5 characters in her own skit making. So you can see when you are able to transition from this character to another character, it will be like, wow, this person is really powerful and magical from the way he's turning from this to this, from this to this. So you should always ensure that there's character in your story and also emotions. Sometimes it can be sad emotions and sometimes it can be happy emotions. Sad emotions, it all depends on the story. Labarin abin tausayi ne, if it is something that has to do with pitying, you should know how to crave your story to make it sound so abin tausayi din nan. But if it is something that has to do with celebration, please make it so loud, so big. As little as maybe, I will not call this little, but like attending this event, the way you pass the message on social media, if I were you, the internet must say it. The way I will engrave my message, I'll be like, I am here attending a message, not the regular starting of, I am here to attend a program of Kaduna Peace Promotion. No. I'll be like, one of the starting points I had, or one of the things that stood out for me when I attended this so program is then you call out maybe a specific character. Don't forget, maybe somebody, one of the facilitators said something that really stood out for you. Then you call out that person's name. If possible, tag that person if you know the person's social media. Okay, this person says so thing, and this has really, then you bring your own story, something that has happened to you, maybe in your own personal life, or it can be an experience that you had. Then you'll be like, okay, and this reminds me of so thing that happened so year, and it made me connect and now understand what's really happening. If had it been I had known then, I could have done so. You know, there's a way you polish everything. Call my packaging, so learn to package. So the next one is visuals. If you're someone that deals with, let's say, videos or pictures, thank God for AI. At least now I can say thank God for AI, because it can generate pictures. Even if you don't have these pictures, you don't have the rights. You know, there's some pictures that you don't even have the rights to. I don't know even here if there's rights, a concert that has been asked to take pictures and videos. Can anyone take pictures here and videos?
Well, the idea is for us to concentrate, but
Okay.
you can steal it without
You know, I once had this experience that someone took a picture during an event and the person posted it on social media. Then because one of the people in the picture was not tagged, he actually sued the, you understand? So it's actually a big deal. So that's why I really asking. So that's why in majority of the events I personally organize or I attend, most of them, there's a form that you must sign. You have given consent to your pictures and your videos so that you will not come for anybody at the end of the day. Because the media can be very crazy nowadays. So in case you don't have the consent or the rights to some of these pictures or videos, that's why we have AI now. AI can generate pictures for you, and it can generate videos for you. And nowadays, we even have social medias that are faceless. You don't even know anybody that is attached to that social media, or you don't know the face that is actually taking care of that social media. Through the power of AI, they can just generate the entire story just by the use of AI. So the last thing I have is sound. So it all depends on the kind of content you are creating. Is it the one that has to do with sound? If there's sound, yes. Understand where to put those banging sound, or where to put expressions, or where to put clapping, you know. Just position all those sounds according to the content. But try as much as possible to keep it at a minimal. Let it not be too overpowering. And at the end of the day, the message you're trying to pass, it's not achieved. Hope we are together. So the next I have is the techniques of crafting a digital story. The first is your structure. You should know the beginning, where you are starting. You should know your middle, how it should be, and of course you should know the ending of it. But you should just come. Maybe you are in the digital space and you want to pass a message, and like you have to understand, where am I starting from? What should be the first thing that should get my audience attention? Remember, you just have that 3 to 7 seconds to retain your audience. So you have to be very, very attentive, very crucial to that timing. You have to hold on to that to ensure that your target audience really gets your message within those, like you get their attention within those seconds. It's very important. The next thing is to hook. Start with an attention-grabbing statement. So now I'll give you an example with Abis Fulani. I know most of us here knows Abis Fulani. Most of his content, he is not the main original owner of the content, but guess what? It's the way he passes the message. He can start with, "Shikenan fa an shiga uku." He can just say something so alarming that you'll be like, okay, you just stay back and be like, okay, what's really happening? I want to hear what he's saying. And at the end of his story, you'll be like, "To idan kai ne ya kake ganin," he's giving you a call to action. Idan kai ne ya kake ganin za a yi kaza, idan a garin ku ne ya kuke ganin za a yi kaza, to Allah ya samu dace. That's how he normally ends his content. So you have to understand where to start, what should be in the middle, and also how your ending should look like. Very, very important. Then the next thing is pacing, controlling the flow and the timing. It's also very, very important. Let's say you just have 1 minute to deliver a content or to create a video. You have to understand that, okay, in that 1 minute, your beginning should be this, your middle should be this, and your ending should be this, and they should flow accordingly so that you don't step out of the line along the way, you understand? So it's very important. The most annoying one, which is consistency, or should I say the one that bugs a lot of creators, is consistency. You can start with all the ginger in the first month, second month, but believe me, holding down the line can be a headache. So for you to retain your audience, for you to retain your name, because you are making a name on the media, you have to be very, very consistent. And it can be so tiring because sometimes you can make a post and you can get 1 million views and you feel like, wow, you don't blow with that. The next thing, you get 1,000. And that does not mean you should back up. If you do, you are the one that they will start forgetting your face. or they will start forgetting what you are even there for. So you have to be very, very adamant and consistent. Like if you really want to stay in that space, you have to really put so much effort. And through, one of the ways that has really helped me is creating a timetable. Just like Opera mentioned, you should have a timetable, please. Okay, you know that you have assigned yourself Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you have to post. Then how are you going to make that post? Then you should utilize your weekends. On your weekends, you should create those posts. Or at your free time, create those posts and keep them aside. Thank God for most of this social media, they have scheduler. You can even put the post and schedule a time. When the time comes, they will just push it out for you, so you don't even have to worry. So please, consistency is one thing that has killed so many creators nowadays. So you have to be very mindful when it comes to consistency. So the next I have is the digital tools, the tools that we need for our storytelling. Video editing. When you're a video creator, you should know that you need the likes of Adobe and also Cut. That you can either use CapCut, which is the most popular one, or InShot, which I love using InShot. I don't know why. It's really, some people call it outdated, but I love it. Thank you. It's easy to use. For animators, if you want to include animation into your entire storytelling, you should look into Blender and also the After Effects, very important. When you are looking for audio, you can go to Audacity and GarageBand. For graphics, the popular one, of course, Canva. I know most of us are familiar with Canva. You should go to Canva and also your Photoshop. For interactive, you can look at StoryMap GP and also Twine. So these are the most important tools that I think you need. They are much, much more than this, because nowadays things are coming up. Developers are creating so many new things, so you should also look at exploring the ones that fit into your story, that fit into what you're about to do. So the next thing I have is engaging with audience. Whew, that can be a headache also. So you want to maintain this your audience. You don't want them to leave you, because they can get so bored if they feel like you are feeling you don't blow now, you have thousands of followers, so you don't attend to anyone. How can you make them feel like they're still part of you? They are the ones that even make you. Without them, you are nobody. So some of the ways is to subscribe into doing polls and quizzes. So there's this thing that I do on my social media nowadays, that I will maybe say 2 truths and 1 lie about myself. Then I'll ask my audience to guess which one is the right or which one is the truth. So through that, some people will be guessing, this one is a lie, this one is the truth, and so on. Or maybe should I try? Let me try it now. So I'll give you guys 2 truths and 1 lie, and let's see how many of you will guess which one is the lie. So 1, I went to a military school. 2, hi. I'm not done yet now. I'm not done. Okay, 1, I went to a military school. 2, I was an iPhone user. 3, I studied geography. Which one is the lie? Second, okay, first one. Who is for the first one that I went to a military school? You are spotting the lie now. Yes. Military school. You are the only one that said I did not go to military. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did not go to a military school. That's what you are saying. Okay? So the second one, I said, I don't forget. Okay, yes, I was an iPhone user. Who think that is a lie? I was an iPhone user. I was. That means before I was an iPhone user. No. That means currently I am not. Yes, I was. It means past. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I use that. That means you're saying that I have used iPhone before. That's what you're saying. Of course, of course. So remember, the whole thing is that you are trying to spot out my lie here. You understand? Okay, okay. Then the last one is I studied geography. Number one, the first one is a military school. Yes, I did. I did attend a military school. The second one is iPhone. I have never used iPhone in my life. The last one is geography. I did not study geography. So the first one is actually. So the next thing is user-generated content. You can encourage audience for participation and sharing. Please encourage your audience to always share your content whenever you post. And do a call to action. You can do some kind of giveaway, not something that will make them feel like they are doing it for it, but, just put it in a way that they'll feel like they should just do something, a call to action. And also the last one is interactive videos. Platform like YouTube with clickable elements, you should also think and also invest into subscribing into that. So this is the end of my presentation, and I hope you will start your digital story today. Thank you.